Technology Tips for Teachers by Tim Johnson, Technology Leadership Coordinator for Medicine Hat Public Schools. Alright, this tutorial is to show the different DICE features that Activity 2.0 Toolkit has for teachers and students to use. And I'm going to give some of my ideas of how I might use them in a class, and hopefully by commenting on my blog post you can add some of your ideas and we can create a good sharing of how to use the DICE for other teachers and educators. So on my workspace I just put about 5 different types of DICE. The first one here is the adding an image to your DICE. So we'll take a look at that in a bit. The second one is the 10-sided DICE. And the third one is adding text to your DICE. And then the fourth one is creating multiple-sided or multiple DICE. And it can go up to 8 different DICE, I believe. You can use that for place value. And then the last one is your DICE in different languages. So we're going to start off by taking a look at the how to add images to DICE. Here I've created some emotions. So if we wanted to, show emotions with the younger kids, we could simply add some images. So in my search button here, or menu, I'm going to just type in the word emotions and check the folder out for different types of emotions. It comes up with quite a few different pictures, and you can see I use the smileys here, so I'm going to continue with that theme. We'll look for maybe the happy one since everything else is kind of sad. So there's the happy emotion, and I'll bring it back on there. All it does is it'll snap right into the square that you lay it over. So there you have some emotions, and you can think of ways in your classroom to add images to the DICE. I like this game. I always had the Boxcars and One-Eyed Jacks set, and I like this game for teaching place value. It's a good game for kids. So if we had 2 players and the first player rolled a 2, they'd have to decide where they're going to position their 2. So maybe that person decides in the 10. So the second player rolls and they get a 9, obviously. Where would that second player put the 9? Probably in their first column. And you can see how that game would go until they have all their final rolls, and then you can make some tallies chart up on the side here, player 1 and 2, and you can see how many games the players win. They have a lot of fun with that, and you can play that for a half hour or longer. And this next one is then adding words, and I just for daily physical activity thought we could throw some words in there that kids can come up to the smart board, touch the DICE, it rolls. All the kids are going to do 10 arm circles. And I know you probably can think of some ways to add words. It could be sight words that kids have to say as they see the word, or maybe you're doing themes in language or social science, that sort of thing. So the next one here is the multiple-sided or multiple DICE, and again it can go up to 8. And this one I could use it in 2 different ways. One way would be to say the number. If you wrote down the digits 425, kids would have to say 425. But the feature that the Smart Notebook gives you is to add the 3 numbers together. So when I click the generate button, you notice that an equation is generated, and it's 4 plus 2 plus 5. And so kids can use it in that way too, or they can, you can do place value as well, or numeration. And the last set of DICE I want to show you is the English, or the DICE in different languages. So obviously you roll the DICE, and it says the DICE, the number in English. You can take the Spanish DICE, and you can take the French DICE too. So those are different features of the DICE, and again, if you would like to add some of your thoughts on how you use some of the DICE in your lessons, that could add to the database. Thank you.